think we've got to start with Tottenham, Henry, because you've agreed a deal, or you had a deal agreed with Bayern Munich to sign young Tell, and most people had the same gut reaction. So hang on, you've agreed the deal, but the player still needs convincing. It was a bit of a red flag because most of the time personal terms are agreed before bids go in, typically speaking. But Daniel Levy flew up there today to convince him, but he has now told Tottenham, no, I don't want to come to your club. I'm going to wait. We know that Man United are advancing talks. Chelsea is still interested. Arsenal is still interested. Aston Villa. But Spurs have been rejected. Give us your thoughts on that, please, Henry.
Where do I start? We've been rejected by Kolo Muani. He chose Juventus. Tomori will probably reject us as well. If I'm being brutally honest, the football club is an absolute shit show right now. I'll come back to Tell in 1 second, but I'll start with Tell and then I'll get on to Ange. We've approached one of the hottest prospects in Germany. He's probably thinking, I'm 19. The next move is going to be very impactful on my development. Why the fuck would I join 15th place Tottenham? And the narrative will be, but we tried. We don't worry, guys. We tried. Let's go and raise the ticket prices. The football club's a disgrace. The footballing decisions. If Matthews Tell was our number one target, then when the window opened on January the 1st, why did we not bid for him? Why have we waited 30 days? 6% of the window. Something stupid like that. Daniel Levy's got the audacity to fly to Germany. I'm happy that not only he's rejected Daniel Levy, he's done it face to face. The football club right now, we are in forget the mud. We are in quicksand, right? We've got incredibly difficult fixtures coming up. We've got an injury crisis. We've got another big injury last night. Oh, but the kids beat Hoffenheim and the kids beat Elfsborg. The next one to reject us is going to be, I can't remember the centre-back now from AC Milan. Tomori, right? We're heavily linked with him. Why would he leave Champions League AC Milan? We need to understand who we are. Ange keeps telling us is who we are. This is who we are. We are where we should be in the league right now because we've got a manager who can't tactically adapt. We've got an injury crisis and the board do not give a shit, do they? Let's be honest. Right, what have we done? We brought in Kinksky. Yeah, great. Who's going to be sitting on the bench as soon as Vicario's back. So what was the point in that? Oh, but it's Project Youth. Why is Tyler Diblin? What, when he's got Man United who are going to pay more wage and they've got higher chance of winning silverware? Arsenal are apparently interested. Chelsea are interested. What? We need to understand what's going on here. Our recruitment is absolutely diabolical. Oh, but, we put 70 million on the table for Bastoni a couple of years ago, right? And why would Bastoni leave one of the biggest clubs in Italy? I understand raise the standards. I understand Standard FC is going to go, yeah, just keep going. Keep going. But the football club is a flipping joke. Yep. It really is. We're sitting here right now. We've got Brentford on Sunday. A matter of words, we're going to lose that game. And then everyone's going to be talking about, just focus on the cups. Then we've got Liverpool and Villa, which will probably get knocked out of both cups. And what's the hierarchy doing? But the narrative from the club spokesman is coming out from Ali Gold and coming out from Paul O'Keefe is they're going to back him. All right. So is Matthews Tell and Kinksky backing him, is it? It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. But anyway, I'm negative, apparently, Terry. I'm not a Tottenham fan. Henry talks bollocks. Henry talks Arsenal. It's an absolute disgrace, it is. It really is. But Spurs, it is what it is.
Nobody's surprised. Is anybody surprised? This is the situation Tottenham find themselves in. You're the bottom of the barrel out of the top six. And you know that. And if anybody in the top six is looking for a player, they're probably going to get him over you. And at this moment in time, why would people go to Tottenham unless it's a stepping stone and they're guaranteed that they're going to get a good fee to get a move somewhere else? Overall, I'm not going to completely write off Tottenham's season. You guys are a cup team this year. You're not expected to do anything in the league. So I don't know why you're really going crazy. But Matthias Tell is not going to really go and win you the Europa League, is he? What do you expect from a signing like Matthias Tell? It's just squad depth to help you compete in more competitions. That's it.
Do you know what, Igor? That's not even the priority. That's not what we need. We need defenders. Why are we going for Tell? Seriously now, a question to the panel in the chat. Why would a team who is crying out for centre-backs and full-backs priority to be signing forward?
Well, I think it's kind of like what you said to like start off in terms of if he was a target, then why didn't you get him early in the window? He wasn't a target because he wanted to stay at Bayern Munich up until a few days ago because they didn't play him in a few games during January. So he's made the decision to leave to get more game time. And I think that Tottenham saw it as like a market opportunity because he's like a young, player, a lot of potential. So it's like, okay, well, we get him in now for 60 million. And then maybe in like 3-4 years, we could sell him for like 100 million. I think that was like the idea behind it. But it's like you said, though, you don't need him. So I know everybody's going to laugh at you, Henry, and everybody's going to banter Tottenham and, oh, you guys are shit, no pull, blah, blah, blah. I would view this as a blessing in disguise because if you would have signed him for 60 million, then you're 100% not doing any other business this window. So now you guys know that your club has that money to spend and you can go and get a defender now, something that you actually need. You don't really necessarily need attackers as much. So I would kind of look at it from the positive side. Matt Tell, I don't think he's all that anyways. Like how everybody's like hyping him up. I've watched Bayern Munich a few times. He just rides the bench most games. So I don't really think he would make an impact for you like that anyway. So that's how I would view it. Like you should be happy about it, to be honest, bro. But it is embarrassing considering that he did fly there to get told no. So like that part's bad. But aside from that, it's a positive, my guy. Like nothing to be negative about.
Henry, you don't seem to have written off the league. Like I don't know why do you keep looking at the league finishing every time you lose a game in the league?
I wrote off the league about 3 months ago.
So then why do you still get mad every time you drop points in the league? It's like
I'm getting mad because the manager is can't say that word. The manager is a complete and utter fraud, and our fan base are still behind him. Name another club right now that would have a manager for 18 months, be 7 points. We're closer to the relegation zone than we are mid-table. But the club are going to back him. Like, Arsenal wouldn't stand for this. Madrid, as soon as you get below third, right, the gun's out. Man United have sacked their manager.
Henry, you're not Madrid or Arsenal. You're Spurs. Like,
okay,
you're not.
Look at West Ham then, Dan. West Ham have backed their manager.
Yeah, but West Ham have backed their manager in a similar position in seasons gone by.
Yeah, but look at them. But look at some of the signings West Ham.
I think Lopetegui. I think they went for the grass being greener approach and they got it wrong. And ultimately they did go quickly on that. But in seasons gone by, like Moyes out was there for quite some time, and they continued to stand behind their manager.
West Ham don't make better signings than you. Both you and West Ham do.
They did last summer.
Both you and West Ham do the same thing. You go and get the best of what's left. And the thing is, Tottenham, that's what you did with James Maddison, Solanke. Eventually, when you get the best of what's the best of the rest, you're eventually going to be left with a team full of like second, third choices from everybody else. It's a big club. There's a reason why Man United didn't get Maddison
as well. Looks like it's happening. So
Tomori looks like it's happening.
Yeah, I think you're going to end up with Tomori, and I think, like Will said, Tell is a blessing in disguise. I don't think there's enough room in your squad in terms of forwards for him to get guaranteed minutes, which is why I think he's rejecting you. I don't think it's like a personal thing that he doesn't want Spurs. I think he said quite clearly that he wants to come into a team where he's guaranteed to start, and I actually think that says a lot about the personality of the player as well, is that he's not willing to compete against someone else. He wants it handed on a plate and given that chance, and I think that says a lot. That's not actually going to be someone.
I see a little different to that as well. I don't think it's about wanting it being handed on a plate. He rejected Chelsea, but I think his rationale makes sense. He looks at it, and Chelsea have obviously said you're going to be second or third string, and he's like, well, I want more first team opportunities. When you're 18 years of age, there's that difference, isn't there? It depends on where you are in that pecking order at the club. And if you're told at Chelsea you're going to be third choice, well, how much game time are you going to get to develop yourself? That's his problem at Bayern Munich. It's one of the reasons why Man United are reportedly leading the race for him, because Rashford's going to go. We need more. He'll get more game time and more development time at United. And when you cut back the banter, it is funny that Levy flew out there to get it done and it gets rejected to his face. There is a bit of comedic element to that. But I understand why he's looking at Man United over Chelsea and Tottenham, because from an attacking point of view, we're in a mess in comparison to the two. Like, Spurs, you don't really have a problem scoring goals. You have a problem with keeping clean sheets. So as much as it's always nice to improve what you have up front, you don't really need him. You had youngsters that came in, literally him and Moore play the same position, right?
Yeah. Tell can play striker as well.
Yeah, he can play striker as well, but he goes out on that left-hand side. If he's a striker, he's probably going to be behind Richarlison and Solanke right now. So there will be an element of this, if we're being real for a moment, where it's just a player looking at it and saying, well, where can I get the game time? Because I believe I'm better than what you guys are offering me. So I think there's an element of believing in himself, but also it's rejecting the offers. And the offers from each club are not all the same. But on to Maury, spoke to Don earlier, who said he's a calamity waiting to happen. He's a bang average defender, essentially. What does the panel think of Tomori going to Tottenham? Is that something that will improve them, or is it another clanger waiting in the wings?
Well, I remember when he was first at AC Milan, I remember he was playing pretty well. And I remember people talking about him like getting into the England setup and starting and stuff like that. So I'm not sure like where it went wrong, because I swear he was doing really well at AC Milan. But again, I think Tomori, better deal than getting Intel. He fits the need that you have, right? You're thin at the back. Your center backs cannot stay fit. So he's English as well. He probably wants to come back home. Yeah, I mean, like, why not? I think it'll be a good piece of business. How much would he cost?
30 million euros, apparently. If we sign Tomori, that's what, like 25 million pound. I'd be happy with that.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
We've got Dragusin, who, well, reports are saying he may have done his ACL from that thing last night, which
looked bad. It looked really bad.
Essentially means the only fit centre back we've got right now is Ben Davies, because Romero and Van der Ven are being wrapped up in cotton wool. So, people are saying Tomori's a scrub. I mean, he's an experienced player who's won a league title. He's played in the Champions League. He's a better defender than Bradley Dragusin.
He's rapid and he'll play on a high line, so he does fit the system in that.
So in other words,
well.
his hamstring's going.
His hamstring will. Like, I was just about to check his injury history. I don't know it, but he had injury issues his whole career at Milan and Chelsea. So I think he fits Tottenham perfectly.
Another dig there. Yeah, look, I get it. I get why you're angry and you're frustrated. How do you think you'll get on this weekend? Do you feel like Ange's close to getting sacked? Do you feel like he's on the edge, or you think he's going to be back fully?
Yeah. See, I don't think we'll beat Brentford. I don't think we'll beat Villa, and I don't think we'll beat Liverpool. We've got 3 tough away games. The Brentford game, we all know what they're going to do. They're going to sit back. We're going to have all the ball, and they're going to get Wisa and Buemo and counter. You know, that's what they do best. And they're very, very good at home. You know, I don't expect Tottenham to get anything out of that game. I know a lot of our fan base do, but I think the club are at a point now. This is not my opinion. This is the club. If they sack Ange, that would be 17 managers in 25 years. So we've already tried the win now managers of Conte and Mourinho. We actually had a manager. The longest time we had a manager in that time period was Pochettino, and even he went 587 days without a transfer. So if they sack Ange Postecoglou now, no one's going to come in with 15 league games remaining. You know, and I would rather Ryan Mason's just as bad. I would rather have him gone in December or October or November when I personally thought they should have gone then. We could have brought someone in. Like, and the narrative that why would Iriola or why would Marco Silva leave Fulham and Bournemouth? Well, for starters, they're going to get their salaries quadrupled. Right? I think Iriola's on €4 million a year. Daniel Levy is notoriously one of the highest pays the managers, one of the highest in the league. So I don't think that the question answers your question. I don't think they're going to sack Ange. And I honestly, with our fixtures coming up, we are hovering close to that relegation battle. And the narrative in the fan base is Terry, but just give them the cups. So next Sunday, when we've knocked out of the League Cup and the FA Cup, I'm going to come back on here on the following Monday. And I just want to know what the narrative is going to be then. Because once we're out of the cups, what's the aim of our season? Stay up? Because it's absolutely ridiculous. I've never seen a football club in all my life. Everyone can take the piss out of the Glazers and Ineos. Everyone can say how bad the Cronkies are. Everyone can say how bad, Clear Lake are. Tottenham have the second highest season ticket price in the league, right? And majority of our fans just clap up this crap, rinse, cycle, repeat, put us in a flipping washing machine, bring another manager in, won't back him. Everyone gets all giddy. and then the same thing happens. The same rinse, cycle, repeat, year after year after year. One League Cup in 24 years. Will's been following football since what, 2015? 2014, you said?
2014.
Right. Look, I mean, comparing Tottenham to Real Madrid is like comparing a Fiat to a Ferrari, but like when you're the other day ranting saying Carlo Ancelotti out, you want to see what it's like at Tottenham because it's like a lion chasing a gazelle trying to eat, but you're never ever going to get the gazelle. So you're going round and round and round and round, and then the narrative is you're negative.
It's a bad analogy though, because at some point lions catch gazelles. You guys never do.
It's going to be a skinny lion, then, isn't it?
I'm just saying, like,
and to refer to Spurs as a lion, it just doesn't feel right.
Not a lion, maybe a goat.
No, it was the analogy would be it is like a domesticated pussycat chasing a gazelle. I think that's fair.
Hey, look, don't worry, Henry. When you win the Carabao Cup this season, you'll have something to smile about. Don't worry, bro. I actually rate your squad. When you guys are fit, I think Tottenham have a very good team.